The Van Haven slab is now out in the wild. This van has been the most complex, crazy build ever, and the outcome, the product, the drivable vehicle is legendary. I'm so stoked on this, and you guys have been following this series. Episode 1 got taken down, so I'm going to re-upload that in the next few days. Episode 2 was talking in depth about the build, and Tristan has worked his arse off to make this thing happen. And now, episode 3, the van is out of the workshop, it's been on the public road, we're now on this off-road track, and it's in my incapable hands. I've got my bikes in the back, which I'll show you. We're gonna go riding, we're gonna use all the features of the van, but most importantly, we're gonna test it out on an off-road track, which right here doesn't look too savage, but there's some sick bits down there to test it properly. So it is 4Motion, it's got 4-wheel drive, it's got diff lock as a feature, so if we get stuck and one of the wheels is spinning, you can lock out the diffs and just drive up any hill. Hopefully there's a lot of snow on the way too. We've got sidebars to protect from tree stumps, deflect off of logs, and actually it looks starting to look better than ever for being dirty. Minging. It's only done 400 miles, poor thing. The next 400 are going to be pure mud. All of these plastic panels are coated in Raptor, which is like the most hard-wearing paint ever. I've talked about that before, but one of the new, really obvious changes is the branding. So we've got the big Van Haven logo, Muck-Off's on there, who have been a big help in making this happen, and this cool mountain decal with MTBR. So Van Haven are going to deliver this as a future spec for vans. So if this interests you and you're a mountain bike rider, you can get this very van with this very spec, which is sick. Let me know what you think of the branding, by the way, because we can always change it. We can peel it off, go for something more wild, more subtle. Triple Olins for the first time. We've got the e-bike today, the San Quentin, and the dirt jump bike. Place your bets on what I'm going to ride. And loads of people asked about the front wheel situation. I think they slot in perfectly there. They almost sit on the pedals, so that's pretty rad. You know I'm going to ride the e-bike today, don't you?
Yep.
Of course, because it has a battery. All of this stuff's been sort of branded in this sticker bomb Muck-Off Van Haven style thing, including the water tank. Here we go. Those who haven't seen it, there's the cleaning station. That's the heated cupboard that I've got my riding shoes in for today, that are warm and smelly. Smelliest cupboard ever, and my pads are in there. Let's walk around here. Oh, steering wheel. One of the things that held us up was waiting on this steering wheel. Check out this thing. Carbon leather, the sickest steering wheel ever.
That rhymes.
Carbon leather, the sickest steering wheel ever. Yeah, it did, didn't it? And then you guys know about the carbon roof. This is like a double layer carbon roof from Stealth. And when we went to do the handover, 10 people stood on this roof, which is like 800 kilos. That's how strong it is as a pop top. And it pops up. I need to this van isn't just going to be used at Woburn. It makes sense to bring it to the local bike park for today, but we're going to go on huge road trips, and at that point I'll talk to you about the sleeping arrangements, because a pop top doesn't just give you head space and standing space, you actually sleep up there, which I'll explain. The Red Bull fridge is stocked. Chilly. And that is the van. I've talked about it so many times, but I love this thing. It's really nice to drive. The big tyres, I was kind of worried on the motorway that you wouldn't be able to go over 50 mile an hour. I've definitely been over 50 mile an hour. I went 55 on the way home, and they don't make loads of noise, which is sick, very cool, but it's just such a slab. It is an almighty slab. The headlights are terrific at night, and at the daytime running lights, the DRLs, look trick. They've added this blue feature here. What's that called? James had a really good name, well, the name for it, but I've forgotten it. Let's call it the blue bar. And then round the dash, the same blue matches, which ties in with the blue stitching and piping on the seats. Even the Alcantara kind of has a blue. Blue's the colour. This grey, the Alcantara, it's all like closer to blue than anything else. Do you kind of know what I mean?
Yeah.
That grey isn't far off. Yeah, a blue hue.
Blue hue.
Sick. So, let's do some driving.
Whoa, I just noticed that.
That heating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tristan's been plumbing hot air into the van.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's mega. It's so nice to drive. Up high, dual armrests, carbon steering wheel, and everything going on all around you. It's mega. Let's do some driving, then some riding, then some cleaning, then some road trips. This has been episode 3 of the Slabmobile. Heated seats are on, armrest down. You're getting thrown around all over the place. There's actually no noise coming from the back where all my bikes are. The only noise is the Red Bull fridge. So I need to pack out that a bit, maybe, I don't know. Get a few bigger cans to fill the space. But the ride, is superb. I'd have never come up and down this track in my old van. So this has got big tyres, huge beefy alloys, but then it's had that 40mm lift kit put on, but it doesn't like wallow on the roads when you go around roundabouts. It feels super stiff and planted, but like this is, I mean, this bit will be but you know, like I'm just chilling, one hand, automatic, DSG. Oh, these are huge puddles.
A massive puddle.
Big splash.
Wow.
Quick tidal wave. Upset the dog walkers, sorry. And then we'll turn around and do it all again. I mean, it is such a slab. Don't know how it can just, it does really glide over stuff. And the diff lock we're not going to need for sure. It's permanently in 4-wheel drive. Again, I'm going downhill now, I don't need that. But I'm buzzing for like Welsh fire roads covered in snow when you're the only van up the top. Also, I realised at a service station that was fully like stacked with cars on the way home, you can be that person that parks at the end and halfway up the verge on an angle in this, which I could never do before in any cars or vans. So you can be the closest to the bike park, the closest to Greg's for your sausage roll, and the only one to go through this double puddle here now, fast.
Wow!
I'm very excited to see how muddy it is on the outside after this. And it will stay that muddy for the next 12 months. You kind of got to be careful with the cambers because it's quite tall. The whole top leans over, doesn't it? You can touch trees. Cool brag. This bit's super, that's quite a big angle.
I just realised I should probably be holding the camera up horizontal to show the angle.
Yeah, you're just leaning with it. You're going to fall and land on me in a minute. You go the other way here, look. That's the sick thing about the bikes being bolted in at the back on those 40 winks clamps, is they're not going to be slamming into each other no matter what the van does, jumping, tilting, they won't smash into each other because they're fixed. This is cool that you can do this in a van.
I feel like I'm gonna,
no offence, but your
roll.
M4 parked down there is useless.
Absolutely,
here.
yeah. Oh my god.
It's great, isn't it? What a place to be, in the warm.
Oh! Oh my god! That was 3 wheels.
Did I get a wheel up?
Yeah.
Perfect, jumped it. I used diff lock then to get up there. It was actually quite interesting. One of the wheels was spinning, pressed one button, differential lock activated, and it just cruised up. Couldn't go anywhere. I wonder if I could get up over that fence. Save that for episode 4, shall we? Do you want to see how good an off-road launch is?
I really do, mate.
In this long wheelbase rally spec slab van. Activating differential lock. Ready?
Oh yeah.
Watch it hook up uphill on wet leaves like nothing else.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, but that's actually mind-blowing acceleration for a van on mud.
Mental.
Isn't that sick?
That was mental.
I've got no interest in using roads anymore. I'm going to buy an old school road map that only uses woods to get from here to Edinburgh. It's really rad. Starting to get dirty.
I can't believe that launch.
I'm so into this. Let's go riding and test the other features then, shall we? Here we go then. It appears during the off-roading session we've lost one item, which we'll need later anyway. Maybe I'll just put a bungee strap round it all. That'll do it, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Mate.
Just like that. When this one's clean, it's going to be like a showroom in a van. Yes. Oh, I forgot the wheel. It's all a learning curve. Here we go. I'll do it better next time, I promise. How good is it that the bikes stay separate, you know? Going through all those big bumps and holes. A normal van setup, no matter how you arrange your bikes, you get to the other end and they are just inside each other. Pedals are on fork stanchions, handlebars are in spokes. Also, Tristan's put way more plug holes and bungs in this because, and actually, it's a pretty interesting thought. There was only one bung and plug in the middle. If you're not on perfectly level ground, the water's going to sit on one side and it won't drain. Now there's 9 drain points. It's obvious I wasn't going to ride the San Quentin. It doesn't even have pedals on. What now? Warm shoes? Ben, would you like an ice cold Red Bull from the fridge?
I'd love one.
To get that real hot cold experience with
I'd
warm shoes and a cold beverage? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, I guess you'd like one. There you go, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Just got you a nice energy drink from the cold fridge in a van. It won't ever get boring, that. ever. Do you want to listen to some music as well?
Yeah.
On the leisure battery speakers or the engine running speakers?
Leisure, please.
Because there is a choice. Let's go riding, I'm bragging now. Oh yeah! Let's get this thing muddy. Whoa, the leaves! Yes, I love the e-bike. Especially with the new upgrades, the tyres feel amazing. Suspension feels terrific. Oh dude, so sick. Oh, I hit my pedal on a massive route. Woo! I do not know this track. Got off the tree. The E-machine. These leaves are the best. Oh, the suspension has made an enormous difference. So have the tyres, but those leaves, I don't think it matters if you're running spikes, to be honest. It's like so slippery. But I do like it. The weight of this bike is such an asset if you know how to use it, and I'm still learning. But e-bikes are so good. That was very short but sweet. The upgrades feel, I mean, this bike's just incredible. I'm so into it. But this is a van video, not a riding video, so we've done the job. We've got a muddy bike muddier. It's got Clay from Revolution Bike Park, Woburn's finest horse manure and just gunk. Everyone in the comments sort of were confused by the fact that you mount your bikes there for transport, but you don't actually have to clean the bikes there. All of those plug holes aren't necessarily for jet washing your bike. They're for excess residue and dripping to just pass away, right? So I'm going to clean the bike outside of the van. It makes more sense. I don't want to blast that mud onto the other clean bikes. So the pressure washer's there. Got to turn the power on. I put some water in the tub, in the tray. I was going to say it's more of a box, a water box or a juice box.
Juice bags.
Stick that in there. Grab the gun off the gun dispenser. This is the first time I've done this.
Inverter's off now.
Oh yeah. Thank you. What does it run off this side? That's the compressor. That's to dry it off.
Oh, there she is. Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Whoa!
We're missing a bit. Oh no. It's really awkward. I don't have the whole nozzle that makes it into a pressure washer. Right now it's a Super Soaker 3000 water pistol. So, won't be cleaning any bikes, will I? But we are going to a bike park tomorrow, a proper one. So should I just keep it muddy? That's a shame, I was excited to use my cleaning station. But with great responsibility comes no pressure. Is that what they say? Damn! Let's get it even muddier with like a third realm of dirt from somewhere else, and then we'll clean it properly, and all the other bikes, and your bike, and we'll use all this stuff, and we'll just dry it off with a compressor, then I'll clean the van with it. Could do all that, just not in this video, because we have no nozzle. Got done by the nozzle. There we are. See you in the next video. I hope you love the van. I'm so into it. It's a mega machine. It's the absolute ultimate slab. It's incredible. It's just lacking a nozzle. It's one nozzle away from being brilliant. So we'll get the nozzle, and in the next video we'll use the nozzle and clean all the bikes. Nozzle.
Mic check.
Mic check, 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 check.